If you're new to our channel, we spend our weekends at our off-grid cabin digging a tunnel into the hillside through solid rock. That might sound crazy, but the craziest part is, we're doing it just for fun. Hope you enjoy. So once again, I'm back in the tunnel. Another beautiful weekend, quite a bit warmer than last weekend. But I've set some lofty goals for myself this weekend. I'm not sure if they're obtainable or not, but I'm going to give it a try. My goal is to be able to stand up in the rear end of this tunnel before the end of the weekend. That's going to be a lot of work, a lot of rock to break out, but I'm going to try my best. So I've actually busted up most of the quartz vein already. It's going surprisingly well compared to the last video. Got some more of this buggy quartz. So I just got to kind of take out that corner of the quartz right there, and that'll be pretty much all of it for this section. Then I can concentrate on going down. Exciting times. So I'm still putting all this quartz to the side. I've got some more research to do with it before I can decide what to do with it officially. So for now we're just stockpiling it separately from everything else. I know I said I wasn't going to mess with it this weekend, but it's so hard just not to give it a little peek now and again. So out here in the daylight you can really see how rusty this stuff is. Beautiful looking stuff. I've just been putting it all right there in a pile in the snowbank. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a treat.
It involves cheese.
Ooh, a treat and a snack. Yeah, slippery right there. And right on cue. Thank you. So I know I do a lot of rambling on about quartz and finding gold and whatnot, and it is interesting, but truth be told, I really don't care if I find it or not. And let me show you why. So if you look up the hill right there, that's our little log cabin in the middle of nowhere. The real answer is in here. Check this out. So right there, I've got the most beautiful woman in the world digging in a tunnel for me. Not only that, this is Valentine's Day. She's setting the wife bar pretty high. So all the money in the world is not going to buy anything better than this. It's all you. This is your time to shine. I'm going into brake mode.
Hand in the back. You're in my path.
So while Kylie's out working on that, I've got to change tactics in here a little bit. Let me show you what I got going on. So all the quartz and the softer stuff underneath the quartz is all gone. I'm down to a layer of real hard stuff, but it's so solid I can't get the jackhammer to penetrate it anywhere. So I'm going to try setting up and doing a blast or two just to see if I can get a hole down into it, then work my way out from there. Okay, so I got the hole drilled. I just got to ream it out and clean it out. I really don't know what's going to happen here. It's not ideal because there's nowhere really for the rock to go. Just hoping I can get some cracks in it that I can get the jackhammer down in. We're going to do 3 charges too, just to give it a little extra bang for the buck. There's 3 in there. Seat them in there with the blower. Set the blaster down in there. Seat her in nice and tight. I'm going to do the same thing I've done last time. I'm going to balance a rock on top of it instead of a sandbag. Try to anyways. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so that's our setup. Now I just got to run this hose outside. I think that jackhammer will be all right. We'll find out together. Something happened. I just don't know what. We'll give that some time to air out in here. Okay, let's see what we got done. Nothing really. Just kind of scaled some off the top. And tap it with a hammer to see if it knocked anything out underneath. Nothing hollow there. Sadly. What to do, what to do. I may have broken it.
You've broken it?
Possibly. So instead of like building up pressure in the snapping shut, it's just pushing forward. So we've got a little bit of a setback. I shouldn't have put that big rock on it the last time. That broke this little plastic washer inside. This thing. It's actually supposed to be tighter than that. It goes over a screw on the inside. It snapped it right around. Not a big deal if I was at home, but here we're in the middle of nowhere. Not much I can do about it. So the only issue is I got to try to fish those chargers back out of that hole. Can't leave them in there. But this kit did come with a little magnet tool for that purpose. As long as they're not jammed in, we'll find out together here. Uh-oh. You want to seat that thing down in there, it kind of mushrooms the end of it out.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Can't leave that like that. Now let's take that thing up to the cabin. See if I can make a new washer or something. Just temporary, just to get the fire once even.
Other way, Hazy. Hey, Hazel. Other way. No. Go up there. He's up there. No. Hey, Hazel. Hazel, he's up at the shed.
Hazel!
She's peeing now.
At least it's warm out this weekend. Wouldn't been doing this last weekend for sure. I've only got some basic tools here, but I think we can make it work. So basically, you've got a firing rod in the barrel. It moves back and forth, obviously. You've got this piece here. Goes down and pushes on that firing pin. It's a big chunk of steel. Then you've got this thing is a rare earth magnet that snaps onto that. This is a washer that's on that seals it. But this washer, as you can tell, used to have a smaller inside diameter and it snapped right around that. I think you can see it there. Snapped right around that screw right there. So I'm hoping I can take that apart. Just make a temporary one for now. I just really need it to fire once just so I can get that charge out of that hole. So this little piece of washer used to be part of that bigger washer. Okay, step one. We'll thread that back in there. We'll hold that one over top and trim accordingly. So it's actually just the cap off the bottle. But if I understand the science here right, I think it'll work. If I can get it in there. Come on, go in there. Okay, so it's down in there. Keep an eye on that tip. Oh yeah. I don't want to get too cocky, but I think that'll work. Let's go down and give it a try. That should be seated. Just gonna bounce the hammer on it like that. Probably a stupid thing to do, but I've done stupider things, believe me. It says blow this one. I can see the news article now. Local man dies by hammer blow. Let's put this right here. Fire the hole. So I'm recording now with an iPhone. My full light setup. I'm just going to tip it. There's the blasting unit. It was about 3 inches from taking the phone out. Too close. Let's take a quick peek here. Same thing, just scale a little bit off the top. So yeah, that rock is really hard. Not quite sure what I'm going to do there. Going to formulate a plan, try another approach. But anyways, fixing that micro blaster took longer than I thought. Took an hour or more. So this day is shot. So I'm wrapping it up for the day, going up to the cabin. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Another beautiful morning out there this morning. I just came down into the tunnel for the first time, and I've been thinking all night about how to break that rock out of there. But I came into the tunnel to a new surprise, a new development, if you will. Check this out. We've got some flooding going on. This is not from spring melt off or anything. It's still quite cold outside. I think it was minus 15 or something last night. So it's a constant trickle coming out of that quartz. It's probably 2 or 3 inches of water right there in that little puddle. 4 or 5 gallons maybe. A little more than I thought. I'm going to run up and get a baler. Okay, so we got that cleaned out. Good enough for now. So my plan is to drive feather wedges in on angles and try to pop the surface off so I can get down and get a little bit of a hole worked into it. Then that'll give me some relief so I can either blast the rock into the hole or keep using the feather wedges. What I'm trying to do here is create a V pattern, hoping I can break a V section of rock up out of there. So I've probably got 8 or 10 holes drilled down here as far as the drill can go. The wedges aren't really working at all, so I'm going to get the big jackhammer to see if I can break open some of these holes. So here we are an hour later. Here's my latest attempt. Still haven't made no progress yet. Turn the light on here. I've drilled probably 25/8 diameter drill holes on this side. Just going to try to break that side into those holes. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll give it a try. Okay, so I'm back again. Had to make another washer for the little seal in the blaster. Probably want to get one shot out of it again, so we're just going to do this once. Whatever happens, happens. We'll deal with it from there. Fire in the hole. Don't see nothing obvious here. Yeah, I think I just blew that thing right up out of the hole. I'm assuming it probably broke that washer again. Let's test it out here, see what happens. It actually blew this right out against the door. Yeah, it broke that washer again. So no more blasting today. I think I'm gonna make one little more half-hearted attempt with the wedges. Just see if I can break anything away. Try to leave on a positive note. So we're at an impasse for today. I cannot penetrate that rock for love nor money. So it's probably about 10 inches deeper where that little puddle is than the existing floor, but nowhere near where I wanted it. And it comes up quickly behind it towards the jackhammer. I really don't know. I don't feel good about it. I kind of feel like this might be the beginning of the end. Seems to be there's that hard rock in the bottom below that quartz, and then the hard gray rock on top of the quartz as well. If I could only get a toe hold in it, it breaks pretty easy once it's got somewhere to go, but there's just no way to break down through it when it's on the floor like that. It seems to be coming up on a fairly steep angle. So I don't know if I start breaking it with that quartz, if it's going to meet on the backside of that quartz vein. Can it reach the end of the line maybe? I could turn to the left and kind of follow that quartz vein out to the left. But I don't know if turning is just putting off the inevitable of hitting that harder rock. But we'll see how it goes. We won't give up too easy. But it does feel like a pretty insurmountable obstacle right now. So one thing I haven't used here on this floor yet is expanding grout. I have used it here in the tunnel and it works well in the right application, but here in this floor it's the same issue. It's got nowhere to break the rock to, unless possibly I could drill down on big 45-degree angle holes and fill them up and let it crack upwards. I don't know if it would work like that or not. I think it would in my mind, but the problem with that stuff is it's so expensive. It's about $70 Canadian for, I think it's 11 pounds or 7 pounds, like a little, it comes in a gallon tub, but it's only about a third full. So that gets expensive fast, but if we could try it once and just kind of get a toe hold into this rock, then we can break it into the hole we made, that might work. But despite our latest obstacle, we did make really good progress this week. Got it a little deeper, a little farther, so still feel good about it. So I've got to take that blasting kit home and see what I can come up with for better quality washers. I don't know if it's something I can 3D print or find some sort of material that I can cut them out of. Do a little more research on that. But anyways, guys, once again, thanks for watching. Take care.